Hi guys, this is Mila's Projects. So I have another cool project for you. I'm going to be updating this really old coffee table that I purchased off of Facebook Market. So keep watching to see how I did that. So I decided to remove the middle part of the coffee table because I felt like that was making it look a little bit outdated, and I decided I would probably put baskets or books or some other decor underneath. Once we removed the screws that were holding it together, it popped right off. So I used a 220 grit sandpaper to sand the whole thing, and this table was actually made out of particle board. It wasn't real wood, so I wouldn't be sanding all the way through till I hit the real wood. This was actually just particle board that was covered in laminate that looked like wood. So what I was about to do was paint the whole thing. But before that, I sanded it down and I cleaned off the top with just some water. And then when it was fully dry, I went ahead and I started priming it. This is my son here. He is helping me. Sometimes he loves to pop in and help me with some projects. Because this was the first layer of primer, I just went ahead and let him have his fun. And this is how it looked after the first coat of primer. So I started applying my first coat of paint as soon as my primer was completely dry. For this project, I decided to use regular furniture paint rather than using chalk paint. And here's how it looked after 3 coats of paint. So I didn't want to leave the tabletop just white, and I wanted to have like a wood grain effect. So I started off with ebony from Varathane, and I just applied the stain all over the top part of the table. And I just started in little sections and I spread the stain all over. And you do need to use semi-gloss paint or any other paint that's glossier. It's not going to work on like chalk paint or matte paint. It's only going to work on semi-gloss paint if you actually want to be able to wipe the stain off. So I accidentally forgot to film this part, but I just wanted to briefly show you that I went over the stain with a little bit of white paint to give it that rustic look. And then once that was dry, I went in with Varathane's color Briar Smoke, and I did the same technique, went in little patches, and I just applied the stain all over and wiped it off, and just kept doing that until it was fully blended in. Once my stain was completely dry, it was time to apply my top coat, and I used the Minwax polyacrylic to do that, and in the can it looks a little bit milky white, but when I applied it, it was perfectly clear. Here's how it looked before, and here's how it looked after. I love how it turned out, and I'm super impressed with myself that I was able to achieve that grainy sort of farmhouse look on the top part of the coffee table, and this was all done with just stain and paint. And I really hope you guys liked it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, And don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell button to receive notifications every time a video comes out. Thank you for watching.